I'm Fiona and welcome to my channel. It is New Year's Day and I thought I would do a bit of a reflection on this past year and talk about my New Year's resolutions for this year 2021. This video is more for myself than anyone else, so that I can reflect on it and try and use it as a bit of a continuing motivation to hold me accountable, which I feel like, because I did this video last year, it did really help. There was many times where I was like, oh yeah, like this is part of my New Year's resolution, it's good to do this, and I was thinking that like halfway through the year, end of the year, so yay, that's good. I feel like everyone has had a really hard year this past year with COVID. Luckily in New Zealand it hasn't been too bad. It has really been different in terms of the studying experience being mostly online. But yeah, and there's been a lot going on, and personally I have had a knee injury and I've recently found out that I will need to have surgery on it. Fingers crossed the surgery will happen early in the year and then I can get into rehab, because the rehab process will be about 1 year. But between like COVID is still very much a thing and my knee injury, going into 2021 is really weird, knowing like at the start of the year that this is going to be a hard year and it's going to be a struggle and all of that, because normally you start a year being like, this is my year, I'm going to flourish, I'm going to shine, I'm going to do all sorts of things, and you know, it's weird to start the year going, this year's going to be a hard year. But yeah, in terms of my New Year's resolutions last year, I feel like I made a start on a lot of them, but didn't like finish them. For example, this YouTube channel, I started it, I definitely did it, but I only did 9 videos, and so going into this year, I still really want to do this channel, and my goal is that I do 12 videos over the year, so at least 1 video per month. Yeah. Okay, so that's New Year's resolution number 1, and explaining how I kind of got like start on most of my goals. New Year's resolution number 2 is to continue to get fitter and to lose some weight and to commit to the rehabilitation of my knee and to do that as much as possible, which is very similar to last year. Last year I was like, I want to get fit and healthy, and I made a start. I've lost a bit of weight, but not the dramatic amount that I was hoping to, and am still hoping to do this year. But it's a start, and I did, you know, I have made changes in my life. I am healthier, and all of that. So it's sort of like a half tick from last year, and hopefully this year I'll get a full tick. The third New Year's resolution is to continue with my hobbies, which I had done last year, but this year I want to focus on my art, my sewing, and my writing, because I absolutely love that. It's probably the hobbies I've most focused on this year, and I would like to be quite good at them. Like, I've done some sewing videos and like I'm a fine sewer, but they're not like, I don't sew things and then go, oh my gosh, this is so much better than if I were to buy things. If anything, it's like, oh, this like shirt's like almost there. It's like, okay, it's something, it's been created, but it's not as good as I'd like it to be. So I want to improve upon my sewing, my art, and I just want to do more writing. My fourth would be to continue with keeping my room tidier. So that was one of my New Year's resolutions last year, and my room is distinctly tidier. It is no longer generally trashed, but I wouldn't quite yet say in general my room is tidy, it's just not trashed. So again, one of those like, I got halfway. My fifth would be to try and buy less stuff. I have so much stuff, and halfway through the year I went through it all last year, everything in my wardrobe, and honestly I love everything I've got and I don't want to get rid of it, but I have so much stuff and I don't want to have as much as I do. I don't want to get rid of anything though, so I think I'm going to try very hard to use what I have and only be very conscious of what I do buy and kind of go like, is this something I actually want, or is this something because I want to buy something? And that might mean that I get to save a bit more. I am already pretty good at saving, so that's not an issue. It might mean that I have some slightly bigger purchases this year rather than lots of small stuff. Like I'm thinking I'm going to try and get myself some new headphones, because the headphones I currently have, they're broken but mended, but like could be a lot better. I'd really like some new ones, and normally I'd just buy, you know, a pair for like $20, and I think this I'm gonna try and invest into them. So that was a big ramble. Pretty much I'm gonna try and buy less things and use what I have, because I'd like to have less stuff. And if I want to spend my money because I don't need to save more than I do, I'm gonna try and buy better things and just be very conscious of what I'm buying. Sixth goal, which is like the final one, which is just knowing that I have surgery coming up. I want to dance as much as I can before I had the surgery and can't dance for a year. So I've got a summer paper coming up. I'm going to try and dance as much as I can during that, and the studio that I quite like going to, there should be starting classes back either next week or the week after, and I'm going to try and go to as many of those as I can, and just while I can dance as much as I can, and then yeah, just go from there. Yeah, that's it for my New Year's resolutions. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos done by me, subscribe, and tell me what you think of my New Year's resolutions. Share yours with me in the comment section, and yeah, let's do 2021 together. It's gonna be a rough one. I think we already know that. Bye.